Hi, I'm Paul Rudd. Welcome to Moviefone Unscripted. I'm here with Steve Carell, and we were both in the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin together.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, Steve.
I'm really enjoying your khaki suit.
I like yours.
Thanks.
Where'd you get it?
Same place you did.
Ooh. So we're going to ask each other questions. Some of these are your questions. Others we will come up with on our own. And I'm going to start with the very first question.
Oh, I can't wait.
So, Steve, this is from Erica Robeson from Woodbridge, Virginia.
I love Woodbridge, Virginia.
I know you do.
You know what? Great taco stand there.
Really?
It's delicious.
Do you like tacos?
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
That's it. That was Erica's question.
Oh, I like tacos. No, that's not what she asked.
All right. How did you prepare for the role of the 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Actually, I refrained from having intercourse for 40 years. Wow. And in the process, I got married and had 2 children.
Wow.
Which is something I need to talk to my wife about.
Right.
And that was pretty much it in a nutshell. Because I thought that would be the best way to prepare, is to actually just kind of be the character.
You and Daniel Day-Lewis have a very similar approach, I guess, to work.
I did have sex with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Who hasn't?
I know. Well, let's see what the next question is. From Jimmy Bulger, Springfield, Missouri. Or Missouri. Hey, you're from Missouri.
I'm from Kansas, but
Exactly.
about 10 minutes from Missouri.
Do you believe that there are real 40-year-old virgins out there?
Oh, no. God, no.
No. So this is an anomaly. This doesn't
This is
really
fantasy
happen.
land.
Really?
Yes. There's, you know what, I do believe there are 40-year-old. Can I be serious?
For a second.
All right. Yeah.
Who would these people be? Who would a 40-year-old virgin really be? And where would they be?
Well,
and how can you tell when you see one?
they have a certain look about them.
Mm-hmm.
They're oftentimes hunched over.
Mm-hmm.
They dress in like a lot of times, and this is what's surprising because it's not so much the tan jacket and or the polo shirt, the way you dress. A lot for some reason, and I don't know why. Virgins, if they're 40 years old, they like to wear like kind of like one piece. Like if you're working on if you're an auto mechanic or something, like a one piece,
Like an overall.
like like a coverall. Mm-hmm. That's one surefire way. And if they walk around and say, "I'm not having sex. I've never had it. I'm 40 years old. I'm not gonna have it," that's another red flag.
Okay. Let's go on to the next question.
What was it like working on the Dana Carvey show?
Very, very exciting.
Can I ask you an honest question? Because one of my favorite stories of yours, which we were just talking about, was your on the Dana Carvey show. Your character in the German kind of Kraftwerk alt kind of keyboard punk band Roy Boy.
Roy Boy.
Can you sing a couple lyrics from the song?
I was a member of this band called Roy Boy on the Dana Carvey show, and the song that we sang was something that along the lines of, "I love the disco music. If you wanna be my lover, you better talk about it. We're coming onto your town, so don't be the first clown. Take over your downtown now. Money, money. Money, money. Money, money." It's kind of like that.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That was good. It was a good band.
Very funny.
All right. This is from Ron Perino from Buffalo, New York. How old were you when you first lost your virginity?
Oh, I would get this question. Thanks, Ron. I think I was kind of like of average age when it happened for me. Late in high school.
Yeah.
So, like, what is that, 22?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that? 23?
Right.
Yeah. High school was very long for me.
What was it like? Was it an exciting moment for you? Was it awkward?
Oh, it was all of it. But I would say more than anything else, it was slippery.
As it should be.
Like slippery, not in like slippery, but slippery is like elusive.
Ah,
it was an elusive experience. It was over before I knew it.
It was a slippery slope.
And it was like out of my grasp.
I understand.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, Steve. I'm going to say that I'm actually Brooke from New York City.
Okay, Brooke.
You wrote this movie with Judd Apatow. Is it Apatow or Apatow?
I don't even know.
I still don't know. Is there a way to tell a Steve joke from a Judd joke?
I would say the Judd jokes are the ones that are definitely funny, and the Steve jokes are the ones that are not necessarily funny, but might sometimes be to Steve's parents.
So basically, that would be the way you could tell. Try and see the film with your parents, and whatever they're laughing
Whatever
at.
they laugh at, they'll be able to pick out the funny stuff.
Right. Got it.
Judd has a very, very bawdy sense of humor, and my humor seems to be more esoteric. Like that opening boner sequence. I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. More heady kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to, I'm a thinking man's comic. As opposed to Judd. He kind of goes for the gutter. But you need that kind of stuff too.
No, I think you play off of each other really, really well.
Thanks. I have a question for you. When you first realized that you were going to be in this movie, how excited were you?
You know that first scene you wrote where you walk across and you have that giant boner? I was about 3 times as excited as you were in that opening scene.
No kidding.
Yeah. I got a boner.
Yeah.
It's the first time. People say if you're excited, sometimes your nipples get hard.
They do.
I didn't know that until the day I got the call. You're hired. And I was horribly drunk at the time. But I had the coherence to know that I was going to be pretty adequate.
Can I interject something here?
Please.
You know your nipples are hard when you can see your nipples through your sport coat.
It is embarrassing sometimes. I sometimes put Band-Aids over them, especially when you're in there's lights and you know you're going to be on Moviefone Unscripted.
Right.
I forgot.
Well, next time.
I could take an eye out with these things.
Yes, you could.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to pretend that I'm Eli Graham from Los Angeles.
Okay, say it like he would say it then.
Is this movie... Eli's actually not from Los Angeles. He was born in Cornwall, which is not that far from London. Is this movie semi-autobiographical, hey? Hey?
It is semi. I would add maybe 2 more semis. Semi-autobiographical, which means not at all.
Got it.
Was it based on me and my experiences? No, not at all. This is I think the word is pigment of my imagination.
Yes, close.
It is?
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, it's just about a guy who tries really hard to suppress this secret that he's been harboring for a long time about never having sex, never having lost his virginity. He's found out. His buddies decide that they're going to remedy the situation.
Sounds fascinating.
It is, and funny, and heartwarming. But it never happened to me.
Right.
Because I was kind of a bon vivant.
I was going to say.
From an early age. And women just kind of dug me all the way through my existence.
Yeah.
Well,
I know for a fact they like the way you fill out a pair of jeans, because I heard that several times on set.
I have several...
From me.
From you?
I actually said.
From you and from others who look like you. What kind of jeans do you wear?
Well, I just wear these. I haven't seen them really in many stores, but they're called Zanzibar. They're like Zanzibar. Zanzibar jeans.
Those are great jeans.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're like $8,000 a pair.
It's about $8,000 for a pair of Zanzibars, and they're not typical denim.
No.
They're called Galactic Wash.
Really?
So it's not like acid. It's like they have little. It looks like constellations of stars, like little white dots everywhere.
That's hot.
So I live in my Galactic Wash Zanzibars.
That's hot.
That's hot.
From Alejandro Elizondo from Miami, Florida, how do you get into the minds of such outrageous characters and still keep a straight face?
Well, oftentimes we don't. I could barely get out Zanzibar. You could tell. Even as we're trying to keep it together, sometimes a little pee comes out.
Well, that's why we actually shot 1,000,000 feet of film on
That's
this
right.
movie.
Yeah, I think that when the DVD comes out, and apparently I've been told that there's a section where it's just takes we couldn't get through, that would actually, I would think, be longer than the running time of the actual film.
Probably.
Which is down to, what, 2 hours and 40 minutes now?
I think it's
isn't it?
2:40.
2:40.
There's an intermission.
Great.
It's kind of, they're doing kind of a Nicholas Nickleby thing with it.
Yeah, that's nice, yes. And I know in some theaters they're showing part 1 the first night, and then part 2 the second night.
That's a good idea.
Like Angels in America.
Very much.
Similar themes, I think, too. Let me ask you a question that's unscripted.
Let's move around.
I gotta shift.
Looks like we're shifting.
Many people were first familiar, I think, with your work on The Daily Show. What's Craig Kilborn really like?
You know what? I never worked with Craig.
Don't lie.
All right. Had I worked with Craig, this is what I'd say about him. He is a very, very tall person. Sweet as the all get out. He treated everyone with respect and kindness, and every week he baked the entire cast and crew cookies.
That's nice.
So that was nice, but I've never met him.
Right. And what about Brian Unger?
Good guy, wonderful, also left before I was there.
Right.
But he smelled like strawberry shortcake.
I could smell it through my TV. It's weird that you would say that.
Doesn't he look like he smells like strawberry shortcake? He does. He's delightful and delicious.
Excellent. And of course, A. Whitney Brown.
Yes, of course, him. I never worked with him either, and he's terrific.
He's lovely, I think.
Finish a sentence, Paul. The 3 things I love about movies are ...
Happiness. Melancholia. Probably.
Okay.
Can I say melancholia?
Yes, you can. And I think they have immunizations now for...
Good, because it runs in my family.
Oh, you should look into.
Yeah, well, we're Russian. Now, I have a question
Sure.
for you, Steve.
Okay.
And this is going to be my last one for you. I want you to finish this sentence.
Okay.
The 3 things that I love about movies, and you can't take my answers.
Okay.
The 3 things I love about movies are ellipse.
The 3 things... Let's do one together.
All right.
The three... I can't even talk. The
That
3...
was gold. That's great, though. That
Can
makes
we
it,
can...
it
we
makes
can
you
clip-
real.
I know. But they'll clip it. They can edit.
Yeah.
That little part. Let's take it up. And give them a little trailer. And the 3 things that we love about movies are...
Fantasy.
Adventure. I think that was pretty good.
I think that was it. You've been watching Moviefone Unscripted.
You look belligerent.
Really?
Look nicely into the camera and say it.
Yeah. All right. You've been watching Moviefone Unscripted. I'm Paul Rudd.
And I'm Steve Carell.
And we had a great time here with you today. And remember...
You have nothing more to say, do
No.
you? You had some sort of saying to impart to everybody.
No, because I was trying to work in the whole Teresa Russell joke with Moviefone, where we were talking about earlier how I wish that Moviefone was around when Teresa Russell was in the movie called Whore, so that you could call Moviefone and you could be able to hear the movie you've selected is Whore. But I couldn't work it in.
No. Maybe next time we can work it in.
I hope so. When we come back for the 41-year-old slut.